I'm Ryan Tennessen. I'm 14. I live in Minnesota, and this is my 100% Goliath in the bag. Okay, let's start with putting putters. I putt with 3 Goliath Covenants, and all of them are OT plastic, so they have very good. They have a lot of glide, and they help me with distance putts and very spin putts. Now for throwing putters, I bag one Oasis Covenant, which gives me a lot of straight and gives me some hyzer flip. And on wooded shots, you need that. So this is one of my go-tos on tunnel shots and like 250-foot shots. Next up is the Piddlers. I have a Matt Bell one and a Oasis one. And these are the most overstable discs in my bag, and they're super consistent in any wind. And no matter what the wind is, these go where I want them to. So they're a staple in my bag. Okay, and now let's move on to mids. I bag 3 mids. It's 2 Redemptions and a Samson. Let's start with my favorite disc, the Redemption. These are perfectly straight and have some hyzer flip up, so they give you a lot of distance for being a mid, and they have so much glide. So you can throw them on a hyzer, they're going to hold it. If you throw it flat, it's going to have some turn but always come back. And if you throw it on anhyzer, it's going to hold the line and then fade out at the end. These are perfect for almost any shot shape and are super consistent. Now let's move on to the Samson. This is a super overstable disc, and it's basically the Piddler, just a little bit faster of a speed. So it's kind of like my tween disc between the Piddler and the Chainbreaker. So this is like on big anhyzer flex shots. This is my go-to disc because once again, it's not gonna fight out, or it will fight out of it no matter what. Okay, so now we're on to fairway drivers. I bag 3 fairway drivers, all of them being different molds. Let's start with the Chainbreaker. This disc is basically the Samson, but again, up a few notches of speed. This disc can be a very good stock hyzer disc if you want a big little roll at the end or a skip. This is super consistent and is basically board flat. So wherever you throw it, it's going to go that way and it will fight out of it immediately. Now the Enoch, this disc is perfect for hyzer flip-ups under any circumstance. I can throw it backhand flip-ups, forehand flip-ups, and it has a good amount of turn and usually fights out at the end. So one of my favorite discs for throwing hyzer and getting a lot of turn and a little bit of comeback at the end. Big distance shot. Now onto the arc. This is probably my favorite fairway distance driver in the bag because it's super beat in and it goes hyzer, it flips up, it turns, and it comes back. Basically the Enoch, but this one has a little bit more finish to it, and I really like that for big distance shots on anhyzer. Has a lot of turn but comes out. Can get this one like 340. So last but not least, we're on to distance drivers. I bag 3 Raptures, an Ambush, and a Shephard. These are all very different in flight characteristics, so I'd like to keep a few in the bag. Let's start with the Ambush. The Ambush is the most understable mold in my bag because it's my roller disc. This disc is super helpful on big open shots that I need a big distance. This thing will flip over so fast and it goes so far. And it's good for backhand too because I don't have that big of a backhand arm speed. I can get a hyzer flip out of it and get it very far. I recommend this one for people who don't have as big of an arm speed or people who want a roller disc. This is perfect. Now on to the Raptures. I bag 3 of these, and that's for one reason only: consistency in the wind. I can throw these things so far, and they go exactly where I want to, and I'm never worried about it. Water carry, headwind, crosswind, doesn't matter. These things are going where I want them to every single time. With the Oasis one, this thing I throw on hyzers, and it just holds that line no matter what because this thing is super, super stable. I think it's 12503, meaning it's not coming out of it. I throw some anhyzers, but I keep this one for hyzers. Now on to the Glow Rapture, the Glow Metal Flake Rapture. This is more overstable than that one, so I use it for super tight lines where I need just a little bit of anhyzer and a lot of fade. So this is my go-to for that, and it looks so cool, so I'm happy. And then the Metal Flake one, these are my bombers, my favorite favorite distance driver because this thing is basically the Oasis with more turn on it, and I really appreciate that for big flex forehands because it's going to have turn, a lot of it, and it's going to always fight out. So it's probably can throw it like 380, 390, and it just goes so far and so accurate. Okay, so now on to the Shepherd. This disc is super good because it has a lot of turn to it, so I can throw it on flex forehands with no effort on it, and it carries the turn and always comes out. So I use this right off the bat in tournaments if I don't want to throw big like Raptures, and it still gets the distance I need, and it even has a good amount of finish to it. The more power you throw it, the more turn it has. So the faster arm speeds, you're going to get more distance out of this disc. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Remember, keep an eye out for any other 100% Goliath in the bag videos.